Welcome back. The medical director of the Federal Medical Center, Owerri, has appeared before an Owerri High Court on an 18-count charge bordering on financial misappropriation and embezzlement to the tune of 242 million naira. He was arraigned by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission following a petition by the Joint Health Sector Union, JHESU, of the Federal Medical Center, Owerri. Counsel to the EFCC, Barrister Main Force Eku, alleged that the medical director conspired with one Emmanuel Ajayi to inflate the price of medical equipment bought for the center. He also told the court that the medical director should be remanded in prison because he failed to appear before it after being served summons. The defense counsel and lawyer to the medical director, Chukwuma Komaru, says the case should be rested as his client was not indicted.
Things in life, there's a period. There's time for everything. There's a time to accuse, and there's a time to be set free. This is the time to be set free. This thing has dragged on for more than 1 year. The Federal Medical Center Owerri is the best in the whole of Nigeria, but it has been run aground because of this unionism. Unionism, look at it. We are conducting the case. Not one single person from the union is a witness in the case. Not the Federal Ministry of Health is a witness in the case. Not the Federal Ministry of Labor is a witness in the case. So who is the complainant in the case? The right to liberty is a fundamental human right. And if anybody is denied that right, you are just like an animal. That is what makes us human beings. A human being should be allowed to go and prepare for his or her defense. Let's not hit up the polity unnecessarily. Some people are deceiving some people, and it's unfair.
To the northwestern part of the country now, at least 31 people have been killed and several others injured as unknown gunmen attacked 4 communities in Kauru local government area of Kaduna State. The fresh attacks came just a day after the launch of a public apology billboard by the state governor, Nasir El-Rufai, signaling the return of peace and an end to the frequent conflict between Fulani herdsmen and natives of the southern part of the state. Meanwhile, the Kaduna State government has donated the sum of 100 million naira for the rebuilding of churches and mosques that were destroyed during ethno-religious crisis between Fulani herdsmen and natives of the southern part of Kaduna.
Although killings in southern part of Kaduna State can be traced back to the 1980s, with the outbreak of the 1983 Kafantan crisis, the number of deaths recorded in that area since the 2011 post-election violence was very alarming. Several communities in Sanga, Kaura, Tema and Kachia local government areas have been attacked by unknown gunmen, with many people killed, villages razed and property worth millions of naira destroyed. It's been accusations and counter-accusations between the natives and Fulani herdsmen on who is responsible for the deadly attacks. Most often, the people accuse the government of not doing enough to curtail the attacks. A peace-building initiative is the reason why leaders of southern Kaduna, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, and government officials led by the state governor, Nasir El-Rufai, have gathered in Samaru Kataf to unveil the public apology billboards as a sign of another reconciliation between the Fulanis and the natives. Governor El-Rufai, in his speech, emphasizes that apology and forgiveness remains key to achieving lasting peace in the state. He appeals to the various ethnic groups to respect each other, abide by the law, and firmly reject division and violence.
I am appealing to other community and faith-based organizations, civil society, youth and women initiatives to support these brave men and women who have dared to say a very difficult word in public, the word sorry. Our support to communities to own their peace will no doubt work to reduce the number of persons who may be inclined to violence. The challenge of achieving peace and justice is a complex process that requires imagination, wide consultations, technical support, research and time. We have promised you change as an APC government. We will not be derailed from the legacy of peace that Kaduna State deserves from our generation.
The paramount ruler of Jos in Plateau State, who attended the event, shares his community's experience on conflict and how relative peace was restored.
The governor of Plateau, upon coming onto the seat of governors, He called both the Birom and the Fulani communities and had discussions with them, at the end of which he suggested that we get representatives of the Fulani and the Birom, and that government was going to put in place a committee to work and with these groups so that they can dialogue, talk to themselves. He encouraged that nobody should shy away from the issues that are creating problems.
The high point of the event is the release of pigeons from the cage, symbolizing peace and reconciliation. As the leaders depart from here, it is hoped they will take the message to their kinsmen back home on the need for them to forgive each other and bury their differences.
And that story from the Northwest brings this edition of News Across Nigeria to a close. Many thanks for watching. I'm Olumide McCall.